Erin lived in Alba, Texas, a small rural town where everyone knew each other. Her parents, Terry and Penny Caffey, were known in the community as devout Christians. They homeschooled their children for much of their early lives and instilled in them a strict moral code. According to friends and neighbors, Erin was quiet, polite, and talented. She performed in youth group, stayed out of trouble, and rarely disobeyed her parents. But when she started attending public high school in 2007, things began to change. That year, Erin met Charlie Wilkinson, an 18-year-old senior who quickly became her first serious boyfriend. Charlie was charming, rebellious, and outspoken, the complete opposite of her conservative upbringing. Terry and Penny immediately disapproved of the relationship. They believed Charlie was a bad influence, and their concern grew when Erin began lying about where she was going and sneaking out of the house. They told her to stop seeing him, but instead of pulling away, Erin became more attached. Over time, Erin's once bright demeanor began to shift. Her grades slipped. She became distant and moody. Church members noticed she stopped singing in choir, and teachers saw her withdrawing in class. At home, she fought more frequently with her parents. As her parents increased the pressure to end the relationship, Erin's behavior grew more secretive and rebellious. Friends noticed she was constantly texting Charlie and seemed agitated when she wasn't with him. Charlie, for his part, encouraged Erin to defy her parents. According to later court testimony, he told her things like, "They're trying to ruin your life. You'll never be free until they're gone." Erin became obsessed with Charlie. She told friends she wanted to run away, or even worse, that she wanted her parents gone. No one took her seriously. They thought she was just venting. But Erin had already made a plan. She and Charlie began discussing how they could kill her family. They roped in two of Charlie's friends, Charles Wade and Bobby Johnson. They would be the ones to carry it out. In text messages later recovered by police, Erin allegedly said things like, "I just want peace," and "I wish they'd disappear." To Charlie, this meant action. To Erin, it may have meant something far more literal than anyone realized. In the early hours of March 1st, 2008, the plan was set in motion. Erin snuck out of her home and climbed into a car with Charlie, Wade, and Johnson. They were armed with guns and a samurai sword. The group had prepared. Wade had stolen gasoline to set the house ablaze, and Bobby brought gloves to avoid fingerprints. Erin reportedly said goodbye to her dog before leaving. Erin waited in the car while the three boys entered the house. Inside, they shot Erin's mother, Penny, and two younger brothers, Matthew, 13, and Tyler, 8. Then they set the house on fire. Terry Caffey, Erin's father, was shot multiple times but somehow survived. Despite his injuries, he crawled out of a window and managed to reach a neighbor's house over 300 yards away to call for help. The house was engulfed in flames. By the time authorities arrived, it was too late to save Penny, Matthew, or Tyler. The scene was described by investigators as one of the most brutal they had ever witnessed. Terry's miraculous survival became the key to solving the case. From his hospital bed, he gave investigators a detailed account of what happened. He told them about Erin's relationship with Charlie and how he and Penny had forbidden it. That information quickly led police to Charlie Wilkinson. Within hours, all four teens were arrested. During questioning, the story unraveled. Erin initially claimed she had nothing to do with the murders, that she had been kidnapped by Charlie and his friends. But her story fell apart under scrutiny. Charlie confessed that Erin had asked him to kill her parents. Wade and Johnson backed up his version. In one recorded statement, Charlie said, "She said she wanted them dead. I was just doing it for her." Erin eventually admitted she had planned the attack, but she insisted she never expected them to kill her brothers. Police were struck by her cold demeanor. One officer said she didn't cry when shown photos of the crime scene. Instead, she asked if Charlie had talked about her. The town of Alba was left stunned. How could a girl like Erin, sweet, intelligent, devoted, be capable of orchestrating such horror? In court, Erin was tried as an adult. Prosecutors sought the death penalty for the attackers, but Erin received a plea deal. She was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms with the possibility of parole after 40 years. Charlie Wilkinson received life without parole. Charles Wade and Bobby Johnson were also sentenced to life in prison. Terry Caffey, the lone survivor, faced unimaginable grief. He lost his wife and 2 sons and had to reconcile with the fact that his daughter was responsible. In a surprising turn, Terry later said he forgave Erin. He began speaking publicly about forgiveness, faith, and resilience. He even wrote a book, hoping to prevent other families from experiencing similar tragedies. Terry has since remarried and rebuilt his life. He says he still visits Erin in prison. Their conversations are difficult, but in his words, forgiveness isn't about excusing what happened. It's about not letting it destroy what's left. The Erin Caffey case drew national attention. It was featured on shows like Dateline NBC, 2020, and Dr. Phil. Many were fascinated by how a seemingly innocent teenager could be involved in such a brutal crime. Psychologists speculated about Erin's mindset. Was she brainwashed by Charlie? Was she a victim of manipulation or a manipulator herself? Some argued she had sociopathic tendencies. Others believed she was a naive girl led astray. Over the years, interviews with Erin have surfaced. In one jailhouse conversation, she said, "I wish I could take it all back. I think about them every day." Still, many people, including extended family and the public, struggle to understand how love turned into murder. The case has become a grim cautionary tale. Parents and communities now use it as a warning sign about toxic relationships, teen rebellion, and the danger of isolation.